Hello, I'm so happy to see all of you here. I just want to give quickly my takeaway from Engineer Bodmas's presentation. Africa is the same. I'm happy, I'm happy you also fight to get into cars. We have a place called Mbagala. I can take you tomorrow. They enter the bus not through the door, but always through the window. I don't know what they do during the low peak. Maybe they still prefer the window to the door. I'm going to quickly talk into AI integration into our workplaces, but talking a little bit about governance and what can we do about it. So I think the first thing that came into my mind about AI was maybe this is a threat to my job, because I keep seeing on TV in the first world they have robots doing my work, where my risk assessment maybe won't be very important. The economics issues, environmental issues that we do manually are no longer ours. But when you look deeply into the issue, I think we realize this is an opportunity and not a burden and not a threat. Like the previous speaker said, if we are afraid to change, we are going to be left behind. So we want all to move ahead. So I'll start my presentation by referring to what ILO defines as a workplace. So I'll just refer to occupational health and safety, which is anticipation, recognition, evaluation, and control of hazards that could impair the health of the worker and the community at large. AI is coming to us and is going to help us now recognize all these things in the workplace and help us manage all these things in the workplace. As a matter of fact, we have a lot of modern, I don't know how to do this. There's a lot of modern equipment that we are using to monitor our environment, which improves now the safety of the workplace. I'm a consultant and I work with the transportation industry in the oil and gas. One of my clients is ASAS, and they have a fleet of almost 1,500 trucks, and there's a lot of drivers. And AI is used to monitor fatigue and making sure all these drivers go to the destination without fail, without accidents. We make sure that all these drivers do not drive their trucks when they are drunk. So AI is helping us in terms of transforming the workplace by impacting the predictive analysis, as I said. Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay. So I just took a little bit of information that is showing us most of the workplaces are not prepared to embrace AI into our work. So the message here is that we just need to make sure we learn about AI, embrace it, and then make sure it is part of transforming our organizations so that we are not left behind. Globally, looking at the legislative framework, globally, the UN Secretary has put in some efforts since 2023 to ensure that they address the AI issues as far as sustainable development goals are concerned. There's a report that has been written. It came from a multidisciplinary network, and these people came up with the following recommendations. So as you can see, there is a number of recommendations that have been done, but while the main message that is coming from all these recommendations is saying that we need to embrace AI, but we need to focus as well on the impact of the risks that are coming with the AI. For example, I'll give you an example. I know about an incident that happened in Japan, I think in 2023, where a robot misread movement of people and a fatality occurred. I think we've seen some places where these technologies have failed, and especially working with robots, I think that is what is scaring me the most, because the robot does what it wants to do. We as humans, it might be your way, but you know this is a human being interfering, and you can stop and give way. When it comes to artificial intelligence, there is no mercy. That is one thing that we need to remember. But all these actions are taken, and there is a lot of efforts that are being done, but a lot of things have been left in the country chapter. As OHS professionals, we need to make sure that we get into the role and make sure that we get involved in AI movements, so that we can also air our views and make sure that our field is also captured. We see a lot of AI being done with other people, and AI comes with a lot of challenges. So when these challenges comes into the workplace, remember we manage a lot of private data. We have data like on things like the health of the people. So you can imagine if medical examination reports being put in the system leak out and goes out in the public, you can imagine what could happen. So I wanted to highlight a little bit about the role of AI in the workplace. In terms of incident response, we have very modern equipment. I'll refer again to my client with the transportation and other clients in the mining sector. The incident it can be seen immediately from the tracking system. So incident management becomes very fast. Analyzing data, especially massive data, becomes very easy. We have wearable sensors, so when we are doing research, I know we have WCF here. When we are doing research, when we are doing workplace monitoring, and we can also monitor the environment as well. Real-time monitoring, predictive models for data, and forecasting hazards, enhance performance and lessen physical burden, and regulatory compliance. I love the new trucks that we use in transporting fuel. I think I can drive one myself if they do not put the trailer. I think the trailer is the one that is a bit too long. But if you give me that, Chaz, if you give me that truck, I think I can drive it. It is nice and sophisticated. It is including ladies. We have how many ladies drivers? 15 lead drivers. So the AI is now enabling us to embrace women into works which initially used to be only for men. Now, what does AI bring into the workplace? Because when we are looking at the legal framework, we need to make sure that we protect the people from what technology can bring into the work. If you look at all these factors, it can reduce the job control. I talked about the robots and stuff, and then it can be very easy to have ethical issues. I talked about data. Now, for example, in Tanzania, we have a nice system where data is now put in the system. There are people who have access to the system. Sometimes people who are not OHS professionals can have access to this data. Imagine a young intern going into the workplace and have access to a computer and then accesses people's personal health data from the medical examinations. All those questions, and I talked about job displacement. Automation can heighten mental fatigue, can interfere with job decisions as well. There are places where we need human intervention, and not only the technology can do it by itself. Like I said, technology has no mercy. When it is told to cut, it will cut. Whether it is right or wrong, if it has been told you see red, you cut, it will see red, it will cut. Okay? So, at the end of the day, we need to learn how to manage AI in the occupational health and safety. All this is a summary of something that is called responsible artificial intelligence. Responsible artificial intelligence makes sure that we safeguard people, privacy, and make sure there is inclusiveness. Some of the things that AI brings need some human intervention as well. So we need to make sure that we put in place measures to address the risks that the AI brings. So I will end this by saying, asante sana. It is time we stop talking and we start doing. I want to give you a takeaway when you are going back to your workplace. Please make sure you see what are the opportunities AI can bring into our workplaces, what are opportunities that AI can help in improving the way we manage our safety, the way we manage our environment as well. There's a lot of models for waste reduction, waste recycling, and creating opportunities. Some of the companies have created subsidiary companies where they are reprocessing the waste and selling, creating more opportunities for employment, and again, lessening the burden from the environment. Can we all take home the challenge to go and improve our workplaces by looking at artificial intelligence? A lot of times in the past, I would see artificial intelligence causes, and then I'll be like, this does not concern me. Madam Caroline has left, but I want to just tell you all, there's a course for free on the ILO website on artificial intelligence in occupational health and safety. Please go look into it and make sure that you embrace the AI into the workplace before the legal framework comes and find you stranded. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Gloria, for that session on preparing for tomorrow, global AI regulations, and talking about ethics. We're so grateful. And then we talk about the takeaways, and we want to thank you for reminding us that the future of work will only thrive when it is built on ethics, strong governance,